Hello my dear students, welcome to Edufy's another video. This video is purely dedicated on acknowledging all the students who are graduates about their career option. In this video, we are going to discuss about the option which the students of any background of the subject has in their life. They can opt for it, they can try for it, and they can at least dedicate few years of their age for preparation of this exam. One of the important exam that we notice around us in India level, that is UPSC civil service exam. Many students have this dream of achieving IAS, IPS and IRS kind of post, which is obviously the highest rank of the government services. Now, achieving those kind of posts, sometimes students have lot of confusion about their eligibility. So in this video, we will try to understand all the eligibility concept, all how the exams been conducted and how a student can approach to the exam. We will be discussing the syllabus, about the marks, about the cutoff and who are eligible to sit for this exam. So let's start. As you can see in my backside, it is about UPSC level exam. In this video, we are discussing civil services. Now, please understand, whosoever, any student who are graduate, they are eligible for UPSC civil service exam. Despite any kind of background in their academics. They can be arts background student, they can be commerce background student, they can be science background student, they can be engineering background student, or they can be doctors. All right. So any student can apply for this exam. Now, every year this exam conducts in May month, and the notification of filling this form generally arrives during February, and by the end of or beginning of March it ends up. All right. So the student has to fill the form of that. Some students, like male candidates and general category students, has to pay a little bit of money of it. That is also not so much a burden. All right. And girls especially, they are almost of less pay or almost negligible payment for to fill the exam. All right. That is one criteria. Second, any graduate can apply for this exam. All right, any graduate can apply for this exam. Age limit, let's talk on. Age limit comes or starts with age 21. You have to be a 20, cross the 21 age. All right, and that limitation of age, till what age you can give this exam, is depending upon the category and reservation system. For example, if you are a general category student coming from any part of the India, if you are a general category student, then you can give the exam till age 32. All right. And if you are an OBC student, you can give this exam till the age of 35. All right. And if you are SC student, SC and ST student, you can give this exam till 37 of age. All right. So every category, it is divided according to the category. Now, this is about the age limit. Second, it's about the chances also. Now, how many chances you can opt for to give this exam? For example, if you are a general category student, then you can give chances. The overall chances to give UPSC civil service exam in your life is 6 chances. You will opt for these 6 chances within 21 to 32 age of limit. All right. Now, second is for OBC. OBCs can actually have this opportunity almost of 8 times. All right. They can give this exam for 8 chances. They have the 8 chances. And SC/ST students have the unlimited chance. From age 21 till age 37, they can give this exam without any limitation of chance. All right. This was the age limit. This was the chances limit and the criteria of paying online money or filling the exam. Every year, you remember, from this crowd of India, the graduates who are filling this form is around 15 lakh students. Obviously, these 15 lakh students on an average do not sit for the preliminary exam. Almost like 11 to 12 lakh students like sit for the exam and rest drops out because of many several reasons in their personal life maybe, or of professional life. So that's okay. Now let's talk about UPSC, how you will sit for and what is the procedure of selection in UPSC civil service exam. Now whenever notification comes, that is in end of January, maybe beginning of February till the mid of March, during this time you fill the form of civil services preliminary exam. All right, in this preliminary exam you will fill all your details. All right, online details will be submitted. Plus the condition here is that when you fill the form, that is a basic form, after this basic form, changes or acknowledgement by the APSC to you already done. All right, after that when the exam is going to conduct, that exams is the process of entire year. Preliminary exam you will give. If you clear prelims, then you will enter for mains, and after mains if you clear, you will sit for the interview. So this entire journey is divided into three set of examination: preliminary, mains and interview. All right, we will discuss about all of them detail wise with syllabus concerns. First of all, we will discuss about the preliminary. Preliminary exam is divided into two set of papers. Number one set of paper is generally known as GS paper 1, and second paper, which is paper 2, is generally known as CSAT. CSAT total or overall full form is Civil Service Aptitude Test. Now there is a difference in incoming question in paper 1, which is GS1, and incoming question in CSAT paper. In GS1, total 100 question comes of 2 marks. All right, and in CSAT, total 80 question comes of 2.5 marks. All right, now these general studies paper includes mostly all the GS subjects. General studies subject. General studies subjects include the core subjects and some small short subjects as well. Number one, you have geography as a core subject. Second, you have history as a core subject, including world history. Okay. Third, Indian polity. Fourth, Indian economy. Fifth, environment. All right, environment and its ecology. Apart from this, current affairs. Remember guys, in syllabus, whenever you will go through the syllabus of UPSC, current affairs generally seen as a part written there, but trust me, most of the core subject question comes with fusion of current affairs. So current affairs plays pivotal role to clear preliminary GS paper 1, because that will be on the behalf of merit list, cutoff list. We will discuss about the cutoff list also, previous year's cutoff list also. That's not a problem. Now, after that, if you clear that, CSAT exam. CSAT exam will be conducted in the same day when you are giving paper 1. At the same day, on the same day, same day, you will also give CSAT paper. This CSAT, which has 80 questions, you only need to receive 33% marks, which means if your every question is correct and 100% right, then if you are attempting 27 to 28 question of this paper, you are clear in CSAT, because only 33% you have to get in that CSAT exam. All right, so CSAT paper में आप बस इतना ला लीजिए, you are clear in this. This particular slide is the detailing of it. Total paper, 2 paper, GS1 CSAT, number of questions in GS1 100, CSAT 80. Total marks in GS1 200 marks and CSAT also 200 marks. So per question 2.5 marks. Negative marking 1/3 of your every wrong answer. Okay, so if you are like committing 4 question wrong, 1 marks will be deducted. That means negative marking is implemented. Time allotted is 2 hours, 2 hours for both paper, GS1 and CSAT paper. And the shift time generally is usually from 9 to 9:30, between that till 2 hours. Okay, after that you have the break, and after that CSAT paper is conducted. Now this is about the paper. All right, let's discuss about the cutoff marks of it. Okay, we have to understand what is the general cutoff marks, especially in UPSC, all right, of different year. We have here since 2022 2024 data about every category wise: general category, EWS category, OBC category, SC category, ST category, PWBD 1, 2, 3, 5. All right. So general category students, generally in last year 2024, the general category students cut off in GS1. Okay, GS1, remember this cutoff is related to GS1 paper 1, so that is 87.98 marks. All right. EWS was 85.92. remember, cutoff of the exam varies on various aspect or depends on various aspect, and the most popular aspect of predicting cutoff about the preliminary exam is generally toughness of the paper. All right. And any year which has higher toughness of the paper, difficulty level is so high, that year cutoff is usually low. But remember, cutoffs are not only dependent upon the strength of the paper, but also the number of vacancy against number of candidates. All right. So that is also important parameter to understand about the cutoff. Now OBC 87.28, SC 79.03, ST 74.23, and other PWD gone till 40.56. All right, for PWBD 3 and 5, 40.56. So in 2024 we can observe that cutoff was usually low. That might be because the paper was tough. In 2023 again, cutoff was 75.41, paper might be tough. 68.02, 74.75 for OBC, 59.25 for SC, 47.82 marks for ST, and rest till 33 marks was gone to PWBD category 5 tak. All right. So this was 2023. 2022 you can observe that 88.22 for general, 82.83 for EWS, 87.54 for OBC, 74.08 for SC, and 69.35 for ST. Usually SC/ST criteria of cutoff is low than general categories. All right. So it is understood according to the reservation criteria. In 2021 again, you can easily take the screenshot of this video if you are watching it, and 2020 you have already seen this 92. Now on an average, let me give you an idea that UPSC in its entire history, the cutoff never ever increased from 95 on an average. In some year that might have gone to 100, that's a different case, but on an average 95 is a cutoff threshold, average, on an average. Okay, so this is the cutoff. All right. Now what new students have the problem in their mindset is what sort of GS subjects are there and how we should prepare. Now first of all, in preliminary, the paper 1 which it has various subjects. I have already named them, like geography, core subject, geography, current affair, history, Indian polity, Indian economy. All right, current affairs, international affairs, those international current affairs, everything is fusion in this exam, and questions are deep and tricky. Most of the options say looks like say could be the answer of that question. So obviously in MCQ way, the questions are little bit formed in that way that confusion usually gets created in the mind of aspirants, that which answer should be the proper answer, because deeper aspects of the topic been asked by UPSC just to check the awareness of the student and their IQ. The internal studies. Now preliminary exam usually have your basic UPSC geography, which includes geomorphology, climatology, which include in oceanography, which includes Indian geography, which has Indian climate, which has Indian agriculture, socio-economic development, which also has mineral deposition, urbanization, everything, industrialization, everything comes under that part. Apart from this, Indian history, prehistory, proto-history, all right, and ancient history, after that medieval history, everything, then modern history, then post independence history, including world history, which includes French Revolution, 1979 Iranian Revolution, all those greatest revolutions that took place around the world was also been asked by UPSC in prepare. All right. Apart from that, economy, Indian economy, mostly socio-economic factors, including some key terminologies which we recently been introduced by RBI and the finance minister, budget, economic survey of India. Everything does matter in that. Apart from that, current affairs mostly included with current events, which is popularly fiery topics which is going on in India, including the international arena, which includes, like, let's say right now LPG crisis is going on. Apart from that, Iranian crisis, war crisis is going on with Israel and US. We also saw Ukrainian war with Russia, right? And we also had that information that Afghanistan was with Pakistan. So in international arena, we can see a lot of things going around. So those awareness about the world is very much important. Newspaper being very defined and very confined notes and perspect where students can go through. Now after this, in GS, especially in prelims, this is the part, current event history. All right, you can take the screenshot of it very easily, and it is very much important. What resources that we usually say to the student is about, you follow the Sansad TV, you follow the PIB, Press Information Bureau, because it is not a third party, it's a first party. Every organization take information from PIB. That is important. Read newspaper, that is the Hindu, including finish your old NCRT first. After that, jump into new NCRT, then standard books. All right, that is the most effective mode of preparation for UPSC prelims. All right. Apart from this, now when we have already discussed about the prelims, if you crack those cutoffs, you selected for mains. Now in mains, let's discuss about it. In mains, we have two papers of language, which is paper A and paper B. Third paper is paper essay paper. All right, in that paper, you have to write two essays. One essay, mindset or psychology, would be purely philosophical, and one essay set would be purely on current events or general social issues related topics. All right. Apart from this essay paper, the GS subject starts. GS subjects 1, GS subject 2, GS paper 3, GS paper 4. So these four papers are only for GS, all right, for core subjects, for major issues, and for major conditions. I will explain every GS paper. GS paper 1, I have already mentioned paper A, paper B. As you can see here, paper A is simply any constitutional language, all right, any constitutional language. But the northeastern students who are appearing from Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal, Meghalaya, and some part of Assam like Karbi Anglong, Dima Hasao, they are exempted from paper A because their language is not under the constitution guidance, but also these places are little bit in literary conditions are outdated. So the paper A is not implemented for those candidates, but rest of them or entire India candidates will have to appear for the paper A. Paper B is purely English. There is no discrimination in this. Whole any candidate who are appearing for mains will be sitting for paper B. So these two paper are in language paper. One is constitutional, paper B is English language. Now remember, what is the benefit of this paper A in your marks gaining condition? So nil. You just have to qualify this paper. These paper are important to qualify. All right, papers will not check if you are not qualifying this paper A or paper B. All right, so paper A, B is in qualifying nature. In essay we have already two essay we have to write, more than 1200 words each, and I have already mentioned on what ground the questions been asked, essays been asked. So from essay your marks will be counted for your rank. Okay, so from essay is important. Essay, actually there will be a 1 day given for this exam, and the total marks of this paper is 250 marks. All right, then paper 2, which is GS paper 1, paper 2 which is GS paper 1. In this GS paper 1, GS subject starts. What it includes? Mostly geography, Indian society, culture, all right, socio-economic conditions, socio-political conditions, socio-economic development, all right, so history and art and culture. this type of subjects are added in GS paper 1. So only GS paper 1 is meant for these subjects. GS paper 2, which is paper 2, again GS paper 3, all right, which is GS paper 2, all right. GS paper 2 is purely dedicated for to Indian constitution, Indian polity, Indian governance, e-governance, good governance, everything, all right. After the social justice, everything. After this, the questions will also be coming from international relations. So for GS paper 2, international relations subject is very important. In short, most of the student also know it by PSIR name. Okay, so this subject is again both paper. Essay was 250 marks, GS paper 1 of 250 marks, GS paper 2 is of again 250 marks. Now let's talk about GS paper 3, which is in sequence, it is paper number 4. Now GS paper 3 mostly includes your economy, all right, hardly 3-4 question comes. That includes environment and ecology, important, all right. That includes disaster management, that includes internal security, that includes almost all the current events, including current affairs with disaster management, internal security, economy, everything is added and piled up as a GS paper 3. All right, paper number 4, GS paper 3. Now the marks is always again same, 250 marks. All right. Now paper 5, which is GS paper 4. GS paper 4 was first introduced in 2013 when the ethics was introduced by UPSC. This is an additional subject. Before that, we had 2 optional to choose. But after introduction of GS paper 4, that is ethics, 1 optional subject was not mandatory. So only 1 optional chosen is being chosen. So GS paper 4, which is ethics and integrity paper. In this we usually learn about work ethics, social ethics, and what is wrong, what is right, what is ethics, what is ethical dilemma, what is emotional intelligence. Everything is included in this, which is actually helpful for the officers to learn more ethical administration. All right, so this is again 250 marks. Remember guys, the most scoring part over here is essay and GS paper 4. GS paper 4, that means paper number 5. Now after you done with the GS paper 4, which is ethics, you will jump to the optional subject paper. Optional subject paper can be of any subject which you have to choose before opting the mains and before you are applying for the prelims, because preparation always starts from very long period of time. So optional paper exams will be of 2 paper 1 and paper 2. All right, let's say you have chosen geography as a subject optional. All right, so there will be 2 paper of optional subject, paper 1 and paper 2. So in that you will give paper 1 and paper 2, paper 1 and paper 2, and they are also containing the marks 250 and 250. So from here you have 250 marks till the optional papers, and together all the paper which is you having is 1750 marks. So total marks of your mains is 1750 marks. All right, trust me, you might feel like it is very lengthier or very tough. No, trust me, the students who are already achieving 1200 or 1000 marks also, they are becoming a topper of India. So it's not necessary that you are achieved 1750. We will talk about that later. All right, so this is the mode that way in which the mains exam is conducted. Apart from this, these are the list of optional subjects. You can go for literature section also, or you can go for other subjects also. If you are an engineer, there is no harm in choosing optional engineering subject. But remember, all the engineering subjects are not being given as an optional in UPSC. This is the list. You can take the screenshot and understand these subjects. You can take them as a optional subject of yours. Even if you are having GS paper 2, you are giving already per Indian polity, you can also opt for some philosophy, physics, medical science, mechanical engineering, maths, whatever you want to choose, you can choose. Botany, chemistry, civil engineering, all these options are given as optional. Now, highest success rate when we talk about, then it is the literature success rate in the mains. All right, optional subject, because few people opt for literature and because the few people are opting for literature, so your paper is examined against those few people. Competition is less and chances of literature high, like success is high. All right. So therefore engineers, doctors, even the other like professional education students, apart from it, BCom, even the science students also opting for literature. They do hard work for these subjects and they get the results. Okay, so that's not a problem. So this is these are the sorry, optional subjects that we have for UPSC. All right. So now what you are looking at right now at the screen is the mains previous year cutoff. Generally, you saw that 1750 marks were there. If for general, you have to achieve somehow 729 marks in 2024. So overall cutoff is also been given. EWS 696, OBC 702, SC 685, ST 684. This means that out of 1750 marks, if you are achieving at least 685 as a ST, then again you are clearing mains. Okay, but not for OBC or not for general category student has to increase at least 1 marks more than this, 730. Let's say if any general students also getting 730 marks, they are passing the cutoff and they are selected for or clearing mains. So that's how it is going on. Now if you see the pattern, this pattern was different in previous years. In 2024 the mains cutoff was less, but in last previous years of at least 3 years, 4 years, the cutoff was generally high. Okay, so this was a pattern of cutoff for mains. Apart from this, let's talk on the UPSC interview. UPSC interview is hardly of 275 marks. 275 marks is gained when you are sitting in the panel and they are asking you question. Remember, in interview, generally the questions are based on your basic internal intelligence and your personality. The knowledge they have already checked about you from the prelims and mains course, all right, examinations. So they are not so much of keen to understand what you know. They want to know about you, what is your personality and how are you as a person, or how you will do as an officer in the administration. Those acknowledgements are there and accordingly the marks been given. Now remember, when you will know your mains marks, you will always know your mains marks after interview results comes out. All right, before interview results the mains marks are not revealed. All right, I hope you understood how UPSC criteria of giving exam works, and this is not complex at all, very easy, anyone can achieve it, but you require consistency, discipline, dedication. Do not worry about the demotivations. That is a emotion which comes time to time with the aspirant, but if you have value system on your consistency, then you will never detract from your overall consistency. I hope you understood how these things work and this civil services works. All right, thank you so much. With this video we will again come up with another course, another detail of another state level, Nagaland NPSC. Thank you.